Hello all you wonderful beautiful people, welcome back, Trapdragon here, and we're going to fire on with these rankings. We are going to go from where we left off at rank 28 all the way down to rank 11. So, kicking off today is the Stegosaurus. Now, a dinosaur I actually like quite a lot. I like Stegosaurus. I love how massive it is in this game. It is gigantic. I love it so much. Best Stegosaurid in the game. Its skin's pretty interesting. The movie skin is fairly accurate. I don't think any of these have got it. It's fairly accurate if needs a little bit of touch-ups, I think. Now sadly, it doesn't have the amazing skin pattern that it had from the previous game, so that's it. I literally only one of these guys got a pattern. They do have nice colours, however, like this one has these kind of pink highlights. It doesn't really go well with this kind of orangey skin. Can you actually get into the light for me, buddy? Yeah, like, it does have these nice kind of pink pattern, which is really nice, but I think it'd be good to see how the bits between the pink that just had like this normal kind of greeny skin colour, if that was a different colour. Like if that was like a blue or something along with that pink, that would look beautiful. And in fact, the inside of the plates don't have any patterning on them, it just kind of fades out. It's a bit disappointing. Like yeah, like so you see like the darker green that just matches like the rest of the body. I think it'd be interesting if that was a different colour, because one of the main things that we believe about Stegosaurus is that it could flush blood into its plates to change the colour. It was mainly used as a dominance or threatening tactic for predators and, well, for fighting over females, I imagine. Where with the Stegosaurus, they could have went kind of wild with the pattern here, and it would have been scientifically accurate, I guess. And they kind of went for a more kind of chill version, which is okay, because the model is great, even though it does have a little bit of that kind of waxed look. So overall, it is a good dinosaur, but I feel like maybe it needs like a texture upgrade, and maybe the pattern could have been better. Even if they just kept this pattern on the plates but put something on the body, even if it was maybe like just striping coming from the underneath of the belly, and it just came up a little bit, maybe just where like the kind of white begins to fade out, with that kind of cream, even not white, kind of fades out a bit. You could do something like that, like Polacanthus, his pattern maybe, but no. So good spot anyway, number 28. Now we're in with the big boy Ceratosaurus, the first carnivore you'd have ever released in the first game. Now even like the unpatterned version, like that one on the left, I think that looks really nice. So even the unpatterned version looks incredibly good. Have I not already released Ceratosaurus? Hold on. Yes, I read my own list completely wrong. It was Pseurodactylus, not Ceratosaurus. I don't have the full names wrote down, I just have like a couple of letters of the name. So Pseudodactylus. Now I have to say, I actually haven't seen Pserodactylus skins since the skin randomizer came into it, and I gotta say, especially that first one that just came out, even this one, they are beautiful. Like, this is the, like, even though it is still really subtle on the wings, like it looks nice on the wings, the crest is really noticeable colour wise. This is what I've been talking about for all the other pterosaurs. They don't have like an aggressive, an aggressive, that is the right word, pattern, but this does. Fair enough, yeah, with a skin, not really that one. With like this one, it's a lot more subtle, but it still works. Like even the inside of the wings has almost that kind of army camo like pattern. And even like on this like brown one, it just looks so nice. Like even, and then you got the highlight on the crest, which on this one it looks like it's just that small pattern, but then if you go to like the first dinosaur, because of the colouring, the crest itself and the pattern are two separate colours, which is really good. And other than that, it is a very nice looking dinosaur, reptile even, whatever, don't be pernickety with me here. I think it's one of the better looking ones. Like the model work is really, really good. It was nice that we got Serodactylus as it was in the novelisation of Jurassic World, Jurassic Park even. It was the OG Jurassic Park pterosaur, which they kind of swapped out for Pteranodon and in the Jurassic Park movies, but I do like it, and I feel like it's unique enough from the others that it fits in, unlike how Maurodactylus just looks like a small Tropic Naphis. This doesn't, even though it has the similar beak. This is much more unique than Maurodactylus, which is why it's got such a great spot on the list. I like it, I really like it. Staying in the aviary with our first DLC dinosaur, and it is the Sungaraptorus. Now, between this and Serodactylus, it was actually hard for me to place these two, but I just feel like the much more uniqueness of this reptile, as well as having that really, like, oh yeah, this one's perfect, having that really nice crest pattern and having really nice skins, really good. It works really well. It's got that nice striping down the face, behind the eye. Fair enough, yeah, the wing patterning is really tame. I think if this had the wing patterning of Pseudodactylus, it would probably be my favourite flyer in the game. But it's still got the really subtle problem, but unlike Geosternbergia, its crest is fully, oh that one's blank, so that doesn't work. Its crest is fully utilised. Like, there's nothing, I don't see a problem with the crest pattern or the crest colour. Like, the whole thing is, even though the pattern is kind of subtle, it is a bit of a smaller dinosaur, so you need to factor that into. But it's really nice. It's subtle, but it's bright subtle, and the fact that it continues all the way to the end, the butt of the head, if you look at it from the top view, you can kind of see it. So yeah, Sungaraptorus is nice and steady at this spot. Now into the lagoon for the biggest creature in the game, the Mosasaur. Now the Mosasaur is actually not movie accurate, because it's not as big as the one in the movie. There's a mod that makes this thing even bigger, and it is bloody insane. So this absolute monster of the deep is at spot number, let me check, 25. Now the reason why Mosa didn't get better on the list is purely because, again, it's the skins, which some of the aquatics do I've had issue with, is it's just not, like, I can't even tell if this one's blank or patterned. I can't tell, which is the issue. Like, it looks like it may have a pattern like on the head, or that could just be the natural colour. It does seem to have this weird glitch sometimes, where it has no sound effects, which I'm taking points over it. I get that's a glitch that could just be patched, but still. It does actually lose points to Carnotaurus, because now Carnotaurus can also eat from the shark feeder, so it's less unique. However, it is one of the better looking dinosaurs or aquatics. I keep calling them dinosaurs, just deal with it, okay. It has really nice sound effects. I wish it didn't eat every single thing in existence that was in here with. I think it'd be cool if you could have at least like a pair of Mosas living together. Not released together, that sounds ridiculous, but living together could be really cool. It is nice and accurate to the movie, other than being size-wise, but I mean it is already fairly gigantic. What the hell, why is that freaking out? Oh, that's weird. But yeah, so actually I don't really have much to say about the Mosa. It's just cool we have one, and that's all I've really got. The second cutest dinosaur in the game. Oh god, he's loud. Ow. I'm just gonna let him chirp away, then I'll talk. Okay, Homeless-cephaly. I will say it has been uprooted by Minmi for the most adorable dinosaur in the game, but it comes second for its adorableness. Now, it still has the really cool, it's not the same pattern, oh it kinda is, it looks like the same pattern but updated, because on its skull, like on the head, it had more of a foot without any markings inside it, like almost a perfect like footprint. So now it actually has a more, I kind of a natural looking pattern actually. It actually looks a lot better. The plain one, I don't even know if this one is the plain, no it isn't. But even the plain one looks pretty nice. It does have like good colour variety. And again, like a dinosaur like this, for some reason, I hope the blue skins work because it kind of has the beak, so it's a lot more bird-like. It's more unique than all the other Pachycephalosaurids. It has an adorable social, it's just an adorable creature overall with a really nice set of skins. And it's just because Minmi's in the game it doesn't get a better score. If Minmi did not exist, this thing would be a lot better, but it's cute and adorable, but since we're used to it, I don't feel as attached or as amazed as I did when we first ever got it. It is still incredibly adorable though, like, I love how it's got these little hench arms. It looks like he's been lifting like little dumbbells. Oh, it's just so cute. I genuinely have nothing bad to say about Homocephaly. It's not too small like Compy, and it's unique enough that it's its own dinosaur, and it's absolutely adorable, and it sounds incredible. So yeah, nothing negative to say about Homocephaly. Back in the aviary with the most colourful dinosaur in the game, the Tapayara, who, thanks to the recent patch, now has sound effects again. Because if you watched my recent part build, our aviary had no sound effects. The recent patch now fixes that. Now this is actually one of my favourite looking Tapayaras, because I love the pink. The fact that I think this is literally the only dinosaur that actually, well no, because Stego has pink. But I mean like a proper like kind of, it's not fleshy pink, but it's like a kind of nice bright colourful-ish pink. I really like it. It blends well with the green, surprisingly. It doesn't have the pattern problem with the wings. Like, as much as it fades in, it fades back into in the torso. So this thing is basically the same what I said about Serodactylus when it comes to the pattern on the wing. This is what we need more of on the our pterosaurs, and obviously the patterning on that crest is gorgeous. Like the pattern alone, I mean just look at the colours on this one. This one is actually much more better than that one. I just love the pink on this one. But this one looks incredible. It does have a bit of a derp face and it's kind of terrifying. But I mean that's what Tapayara looked like. I am saying that right, aren't I? Like I mean this one as well, like how is the black and the red and the yellow, oh it just looks so incredible. Again, I have nothing negative to say about this guy. Other than I wish that it could live happy with Tropic Naphis, as the only kind of thing I have to say about it. And the only negative thing is I don't like its feet. I think it's got weird feet, but all the pterosaurs have weird feet, so I'm not taking points off it. But yeah, definitely one of the best looking dinosaurs in the game, pattern and colour wise. I do really like it. And it's a nice size and it's really, really unique to the little pterosaurs. Another DLC dinosaur today, and it's Wahorasaurus. I think it just has a much better model and texture, a more interesting pattern than Stegosaurus, which is why it ranks better. So when I was talking about Stegosaurus' pattern, if it had something like this along the body, like if it kept its original plate patternings, but it had something like this along the body, and I love this patterning along the tail, which just, it brings so much attention to the body. If Stegosaurus had a pattern like this, it would definitely be a lot better. I love the insane Albertosaurus eye ridges, like I love that. I think it just looks really cool. I love the beak, the kind of pure pointed, where's one that we can get next? Yeah, in the light, how you see the pure point to that beak. I like that a lot. It has a really cool social. Yeah, we're gonna get to see it. I like it. I think it's pretty cute, which is really nice. Concern like a lot of the other kind of socials that are kind of cute are kind of meh. It has that scratch, which it does a lot, and it's kind of cute. So again, it's just an overall much better model to Stegosaurus. Essentially, that's what I'm comparing it to. It has its social. It's really cute. They do that head rub, and then unlike all the hadrosaurs that do the body rub, both of them rub, where hadrosaurs only one does the rub and the other one just sits there and gets rubbed up like a pervert. Where they both rub together this time and it's nicer. But yeah, Wahorasaurus, it's incredible skins, incredible model. I'm pretty sure it actually has the same sound effects as Stegosaurus, maybe they're slightly different. But yeah, so it's just better than, I just feel like it's a more unique, better Stegosaurid compared to all the other ones. And it's not as big as Stegosaurus, so it's in that nice medium size of being giant but small. One of my favourite dinosaurs, is Pachyrenasaur. This was actually one of the dinosaurs I was most excited about. Yeah, deluxe dinosaur, nearly said DLC there. Definitely, so you will need to pay money to get this little dude. But oh, there's my favourite part colour at the back, that purple. So, the reason why this ranks better than the other Ceratopsians is the pattern alone along the body. Like, it has this beautiful crest pattern, and it has so many good colourings. Like, even this, like the white and the red, that stands out so much. But this purple is my favourite one. And then its whole body, all the way down to its tail, is patterned, which all the other Stegosaurids, Ceratopsians, is completely ignored. Fair enough, yet it doesn't have like any big protruding horns, except it has that big nasal proboscis, if that's the right word again. But it does have like this brilliant pattern along the body. It's social, and it's the same as the Naciro Ceratops, but it works a lot better with these guys because they don't have like a big horde, and it'd look weird if they bashed into each other. I do like how they're kind of small and cute and they have that kind of humpback, so yeah, like even this one's pattern is so nice. So yeah, it's definitely one of my favourite dinosaurs. Like, since I'm just ranking all of them, I'm not doing a favourites list, I'll probably do it another time. But yeah, I love this little guy. Our final aviary species at spot number 20 is Tropic Naphis. Now, when I first saw this thing, I actually didn't think it was Tropic Naphis. I thought it was Ornithochirus when I first saw a first look at it, when the images was released, but I do like it. I mean, look at that wing pattern. That is what I'm talking about. It's not, fair enough, it's not completely over the entire wing like Serodactylus, but it's not subtle, it's aggressive. It has that really nice, almost kind of infrared heat signature style colouring on the beak. It's just so unique to all the other pterosaurs. I am pretty sure, oh, I didn't mean to pause there. I'm pretty sure it's the biggest pterosaur as well, which is really nice. And it has really cool sound effects, so I just like it because it's just so big and it's completely unique. Like, it's much more like you could compare this in Margasaurus, and it is Margasaurus, isn't it? Yeah. And you can see this is completely different. However, the other one does look like it might be a baby version of this, but this is just so much better. I think it's the best flyer in the whole game, and it just looks so nice. I think it'd be cool if you could release more, maybe like 3 or 4 would be really cool. And the fact that yeah, to be honest, like, I mean, look at the size difference just between them. I just really like it. It's just a really nice looking reptile. Our 19th spot goes to Herrera Soros. Now, I love Wahorasaurus for so many reasons. It's just like the perfect dinosaur. Back in Evolution 1, even though I did not mod the game, so many species came out and they just used the Wahorasaurus model. And a lot of it even comes from the last game because it had really nice pattern. It was it was such unique, even though I kind of felt like it was a small T-Rex. Like, it looks like a kind of baby T-Rex, which is why I love it as well. But I can tell it's its own dinosaur. It has a much better pattern than even the last game. It has a cool social animation. But again, I'll not point off because it actually has the raptor one, which really does not work for you. Why do you run like a raptor? It is I actually think it's the biggest out of all these small carnivores. And it's just an overall really, really nice looking dinosaur. It has pretty aggressive attack animations, like kill animations I'm pretty sure are pretty aggressive. It's just so unique with its sound effects as well. And it just overall, like, it really stands out among the other small carnivores. Like, it really does look a lot different compared to them, which is a plus, definitely. I like Herrerasaurus. My dear beloved Naciro Ceratops. I love this little guy from the last game, and it just got even better in this one. A much better, I don't know if it's a better model, but a much better texturing, the patterns. I would honestly say that I think the pattern is basically the same, but the colouring, like, look at this one, this is beautiful. The crest, they got so much attention, it's got the body colour, so see, again, like what I said with Pachyrenasaur, it applies to Naciro Ceratops as well, how the crest got so much love and attention, but the body, even though it's a very subtle pattern, is there one where it stands out a lot more, I think? Yeah, it kind of stands out here, but I'm trying to find more. Well, it does stand out here, okay, but we'll just look at both these two here. It does have it still has a nice, it's not as aggressive as Pachyrenasaur, but its body pattern is still nice and noticeable, while all the attention goes to the head. I love how unique it is to all the other Ceratopsians, how it has these kind of bull horns. It has a really kind of cute, adorable social, which we're going to see here. And I just love it so much. Like, it's just kind of, it looks like kind of cute and cuddly, but also it's an absolute beast, and its social is just this. which is really cute. It's just really cute. And again, as I think I already said, but it's just so unique to all the other Ceratopsians, and it just works really well. So yeah, that is why it ranked so good. And that release animation is one of the reasons that Allosaurus is on this level? Rank even? Whatever, level rank still works. With this incredible looking pattern. Sadly the skin's kinda bad though. Actually no, this one even works as well. I have seen much better colour wise ones, but I mean just look at it. It's... Allosaurus has always been a favourite dinosaur of mine. I like the Allo. I love the Jurassic World Allo. I think it looks really, really good. The fact that it's had a lot of changes. Well, not really a lot of changes, I mean, but its texture is a massive upgrade for the last game. The patternings is even an upgrade. Like, I think the Allosaurus has some of the best patterning and colours in the game. Its scratch animation, which we might see here, is really cute, and I think it was one of the first ones that we saw as well, which, again, I'm giving it points for that, because it was a hype builder. I don't care if you can't, like, yeah, look at that, it's so good. Its social animation is really cool and interesting, and I just love how hyper aggressive the release animation from the hatchery is. It just fits the Allosaurus so well, and its sound design is incredible. It just works so nice, and it's just such unique. Like when you compare Allosaurus to all the other large carnivores and theropods in the game, yeah, that's their social. They just kind of like chase each other, then they just kind of, you think they're maybe going to attack each other, and they just kind of have a nice affectionate rub. It's really nice to see, but I think it just stands out really well against all the other large carnivores and like theropods. It's a really good dinosaur. Now just beating out Allosaurus is the Carnotaurus. Now Carnotaurus is actually a dinosaur I really like, but I feel like a lot of games don't do it justice. And yes, I'm looking at you, Ark. Please make the Carno better. But I actually like the Carno. I like the fact that its arms are less stupid than how Carnotaurus actually looked, which I don't care if that's not scientifically accurate. It has a kind of decent skin, like I do like it. Like some of these do look horrible, but like it's still really interesting. The skin wise, like the patterning is really nice. They have some really nice skin colours. Their social is one of the coolest in the game, which we're actually going to see here, which really brings in that whole meat-eating bull, because that is what Carnotaurus means if you didn't know. Yeah, it's like so aggressive, and just it's what I expect a Carnotaurus to be like. Its goat kill animation I think is my favourite, because it runs down to the goat, it smashes into it with its horns and flips it up into the sky and eats it. It's just really cool, and I expect this to be an aggressive creature. It just lives up to being a Carnotaurus, and it's so much better than the last game. Now there was something else I was going to say about the Carno, and I can't remember what it was. I don't remember. I think I've said everything about it actually. But yeah, Carnotaurus. Oh, that was it. Recently, which I've not seen it in game myself, but I did discover that they have a really cute eating animation if they both are eating from a meat feeder together, where one Carno actually gets the meat stuck on its head and the other one rips it off, and it's kind of cute. At first I thought it was fake, but it's real. It's really interesting. But yeah, Carno gets even more points for that. It's just such a good dinosaur. Oh yeah, we're talking about you, buddy. Talking about you. Our final dinosaur from the Cretaceous pack, and it is the Carnosaurus. I just love this thing. I love it in every way. Its patterning is subtle, but the fact the colour combinations you can get, these two aren't really doing it justice though. Looks really well. I love its kind of pure shark, almost. It's like kind of shark, but also really baby cute eyes that it has. The fact that it can eat from a shark feeder like the Mosa definitely gives it points, but the fact that it doesn't just rip it in half like the Mosa, it clings onto it, it wrestles with it to rip it. It's just really nice to see. It spends a lot of time actually on the surface, so you can actually get to see it pretty decent out of the water. The fact that it can fight every other aquatic, like one of these can take down the Mosa, which is really good. That they can actually live in a decent sized group, unlike the Mosa, which is why I give it more points than that. And overall I just think it's a much better model than some of the others, and I think it satisfies a lot of people that weren't happy with the like Pleurodon. This kind of fills the niche of a scientifically accurate dinosaur in your aquatics, which is good, so you can kind of use this to fill in that like Pleurodon problem. So yeah, beautiful looking baby. Coming at number 14, just not squeezing into that top spot, is the Triceratops. Now, I love Triceratops, it definitely is. I know a lot of people out there love this thing. It's a lot of people's favourite dinosaur. It's kind of one of the first dinosaurs you're ever introduced to as a kid. And I just want to pause that. Look at the size difference. I said it earlier, Triceratops is huge in this game. It's so much more bigger than the previous game, or everything is just shrunk. Is there one that kind of shows it off? What I'm looking for? Do you at the back do it? Ah, damn it, no, right, so it's going to be kind of hard to show the pattern. You can see the body pattern fairly nice, but it does actually have a really nice pattern on the face. You can kind of see it here, but the one at the back has that kind of arid skin. If you go with the arid kind of skin with a really bright patterning, on the face it stands out really nice, so I'm giving it points for that, as it has the body attention. Even if it was something, even though it's subtle, if the other Ceratops had something just as simple as this, even the bit on the leg, as well as the crest focus colouring, then they would have all ranked a lot better. Like, especially Torosaurus. If that just had some body colour, it'd have been a lot better. But yeah, Triceratops genuinely is a favourite dinosaur. It has a really cool, aggressive as hell social, which I was so surprised to see. We're actually going to see it in a minute. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit to get them in a position. So you see, one is kind of just... Are they going to do it? Oh no, I don't think they're doing it. Aww, that's a shame. You've probably seen it anyway. One is just chilling and the other one just comes up and smashes its face into the other one, and they just kind of have a little wrestle with each other. It is an original dinosaur from the movies. In the first one, you see the sick one with Dr. Sattler. Yeah, Ellie Sattler. So yeah, you got the nostalgia value and how it's just been so much more beefed up in the first game. Triceratops was one of the first dinosaurs you get, and sadly it was one of the weakest and most pathetic dinosaurs in the game. Where in this one, I mean, look at that size difference next to the Allo. Like, it is ginormous. Oh, we're gonna get social now, are we? Nope, we're not, because they keep for some reason bugging out. But I mean, you look at that size difference. This is a dinosaur you do not mess with. So now the Triceratops isn't a pushover. It's actually like a pretty defensible force. Like a decent Triceratops could take out a Rex fairly easily, which is really nice. Like, it's finally a threatening dinosaur and it's got the size to match. So yeah, Triceratops finally got done right, and I'm happy with that. So coming in here now is the Suchomimus. I really almost put this at such a different spot until I actually released a few, and yeah, they have been toned down a lot. Like their patterning, not even the patterning is really similar. I actually really like it, but their colours in the previous game some of them were so aggressive. Like there was a black one that was bright red, there was a bright yellow one that looked like a banana, which was actually one of my favourites. But it still retains, like, it's still that got this incredible model. Like, it just looks like the Baryonyx, but so much better. But you can clearly tell it's not the same dinosaur, and it's not just a Spinosaurus without the sail. Like, it really is its own unique thing. The patterning is really good. Like, this green one looks so good on it. It looks like a proper sea-dwelling swamp dinosaur. And it just looks so good. Like, it's got really good animations. Its social is adorable, especially for a carnivore. It is super cute. And it has some of the best sound effects in the entire game. I absolutely love this thing. I've always had a soft spot for Suchomimus, and it just really plays up to it even more in this game. So let's just quickly jump in so I can show you the social. So they just kind of do that kind of head bobbing, and then they just rub their heads together. It's like so affectionate. they stop to sniff, and they go back to some head bobbing. It's like, it's nice to see our large carnivores who are usually terrifying and ripping things apart. It's nice to see them... Oh, that's horrible. Oh no, they're clipping the hell out of each other. Oh god, they're like an amalgamated monster. But it's nice to see them show like affection. It's really, I like seeing that in our carnivores, because a lot of times... Sorry if you keep hearing that, my phone keeps going off because it's sitting in front of me, because I need it for the list. It's nice to see our carnivores getting less... what's... I'm trying to think of the list. Vilified, I think's the word I'm looking for, because in every like media for like from kids stuff to realistic stuff, the carnivores are always just played off as, oh, they're, because they eat the herbivores, they're the villains, like in The Land Before Time and the first Jurassic, like in basically all three Jurassic Park films. It's kind of seen as the carnivores are the antagonists, so they're kind of picted as the enemy, when they're just literally surviving. They're doing what they were born to do, which is to eat meat and hunt and kill. But it's nice to see them showing affection, that they're not just cold-blooded killers, which I really, really like. Now, one of the first dinosaurs we ever saw, Amargosaurus, completely uprooted Nigersaurus for this spot. It's just so... Even comparing it to a Nigersaurus, it's really unique. It has that really cute release animation, how this one's kind of wandering out, looking curious, and this one's like, hey wait, don't leave me. As much as this is its pattern, it's really subtle, but it works for Amargosaurus. It just works so well, like it fits it so well. It's not as beefy as Nigersaurus, it's actually smaller than Nigersaurus, so it even looks cuter. It does have really weird teeth though, sometimes it looks like it's smiling and it's pretty unsettling. But it's just so cute. It was nice that we got another small sauropod, because at the moment we only had Nigersaurus, and this was kind of one of the poster child dinosaurs for this game. I mean, literally, it's like sizes of Pachyrenasaur. I actually think Pachyrenasaur might be bigger. But I just really like it. It's nice to get another small sauropod. I think one thing that built more hype and love for this dinosaur for me was also at the same time, if you play Ark, the Lost Island DLC recently came out, and they also added Amargosaurus. Whether they were doing it to jump onto the hype for this dinosaur from this game, for you, the two models look completely different, but I love both of them, and getting them in two different dinosaur games and having two different designs has made me fall in love with it even more. So yeah, as much as I know a lot of people go, oh, you shouldn't influence, like other games influence it, it kind of does. But I do love it. It's just Nigersaurus but more adorable. Our final dinosaur for today, and missing out just on that top 10 spot, is Trodon. This is our 11th ranked dinosaur. Now Trodon, I liked in the last game, it had really nice patterns and all that, but I have to say right now, Trodon has the best patterning colour scheme in the entire game. I mean, I'll try and find, where's the one that has the one I really like? I don't think we got it, damn it. We didn't get my favourite one, that's a shame. Damn it. Okay, I'll just go back to, what one will we go back to that kind of shows it best? To be honest, this one kind of does. So, no it doesn't really. Bear with me a little minute here while I just, where was this? Okay, this one kind of does. So you have the base skin colour, which is that kind of, basically the original Trodon colour. Was there not one that had it without the pattern? I know we're just jumping between them here, right? You can kind of see it best for this one. So it has the base Trodon skin colour with that kind of brown up the top, along the back and the spine. And then that kind of beigey green that then fades into the cream underbelly. So already there's 3 different colours, and that's even on the non-pattern version. Then you throw in the pattern, where on this one you have yellow, then you have the white outline, then you have another colour. Like, it's just so beautiful. It just works so well, the fact that Trodon can pack hunt. I'm pretty sure it can still, I actually think it can pack hunt. It still has the venomous bite, which, like, that red on the face is incredible. Fair enough, yeah, the venomous bite is less wow now because we got it in the last game. I still think it's the only venomous dinosaur in the whole game though. Surprisingly, I'm not going to take points off the raptor run, because it works with Trodon. Like, seeing this thing run at you like this, knowing it's just going to come and rip your face off, is really, really good. It's not as monstrous and terrifying as the... I think it's the novel Trodon, or it's the Jurassic Park the game Trodon. But I do really like it, and it definitely, they just made this dinosaur so much better than it already was, and it already was an incredible dinosaur. So yeah, it's Trodon, spot number 11. So I apologise for the much longer video today, because this is no doubt going to be longer than the other ones. But the next time we will be ranking the final top 10 of all of them. And it should be a much shorter video, and again, these are just what I think of all the dinosaurs. I think I will also do a top 10 favourites list, and I'll just go through ones that are actually my favourites. These are just ones I think are the best, like design-wise, colour, blah 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 and all that. But they're not my... I don't think my top 10 is all my favourites. But anyway, please leave a like in the video and subscribe if you like the content, and hope you all have a wonderful day. See you after.